day I drove my brand new Tesla Model 3 off the showroom floor, I was filled with an overwhelming sense of pride and excitement. The sleek lines, the cutting-edge technology, and the promise of a sustainable future, all wrapped up into one stunning electric vehicle. Little did I know that my dream car would soon become the center of a chilling, true Tesla car horror story that would test the limits of my understanding and push me to the brink of terror. The first few weeks with my Tesla were a dream come true. I relished in the seamless acceleration, the whisper-quiet motor, and the thrill of engaging the autopilot mode on long highway stretches. It was as if the car was an extension of myself, a sophisticated piece of machinery that catered to my every whim. However, it wasn't long before I started noticing peculiar occurrences, subtle, almost imperceptible glitches in the car's system. A flicker of the touchscreen, a momentary blip in the autopilot's response. Nothing too alarming, just minor hiccups that I chalked up to the complexities of modern technology. One evening, as I was driving home from a friend's house, I heard a faint, static-like whisper coming from the speakers. It was barely audible, a mere whisper amidst the soft hum of the car. I furrowed my brows and glanced at the touchscreen, thinking it might be a software glitch. But as I did, the whisper grew louder, the static morphing into something more distinct. A voice barely audible, as if it was coming from a distant radio station. I slowed the car to a stop, my heart pounding in my chest. My initial instinct was to dismiss it as a radio interference or perhaps a malfunction in the speakers, but the voice, eerie and unsettling, continued to rise, the words becoming clearer, yet still unintelligible. With a mixture of trepidation and curiosity, I reached out and touched the volume control on the touchscreen. As my finger made contact, the voice abruptly cut off, the car returning to its previous state of silence. I sat there for a moment, my mind racing, trying to make sense of what had just transpired. Eventually, I resumed driving, chalking the incident up to a bizarre glitch that I couldn't quite explain. I thought perhaps I was tired, my mind playing tricks on me after a long day. But deep down, a sense of unease lingered, and I couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't quite right. Over the next few weeks, the whispers returned sporadically, always faint, always distant, and always just on the edge of comprehension. It was as if the car itself was trying to communicate with me, sending cryptic messages that I struggled to decipher. I found myself fixated on the touchscreen, waiting for the whispers to return, trying to unravel the mystery that had taken hold of my Tesla. One evening, as I was parked in my driveway, I decided to document the whispers. With my phone in hand, I recorded the soft, static-filled voice that seemed to emanate from the speakers. Listening back to the recording sent shivers down my spine. The voice was haunting, its words a jumble of syllables that defied any known language. Determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, I reached out to Tesla's customer support, explaining the bizarre occurrences I'd been experiencing. The representative on the other end of the line listened patiently, his tone polite but tinged with skepticism. "I assure you, our vehicles undergo rigorous testing," he said. "Glitches like the one you're describing are extremely rare." I felt a pang of frustration. How could I explain the inexplicable? How could I convey the eerie whispers that seemed to emanate from my Tesla, defying all logical explanations? The call ended with the representative promising to look into the matter, but I was left with a sense of isolation, as if I was the only one who could hear the unsettling voice. As the weeks turned into months, the whispers grew more persistent, their frequency increasing as if the car was trying harder to communicate with me. I became obsessed, spending hours parked in my driveway, recording the whispers and trying to decode their meaning. It was as if the Tesla had become a conduit for something beyond my comprehension, a bridge to a realm that existed on the fringes of reality. One night, as I sat in the car with my phone recording, the whispers reached a crescendo, a cacophony of voices overlapping and intertwining in a dissonant symphony. I strained to make out the words, my heart racing as I felt a growing sense of dread. And then, amidst the chaos of voices, one word emerged: "Help!" It was a desperate plea, a chilling cry that sent a shiver down my spine. The voice was haunting, laden with an anguish that I couldn't ignore. It was as if the Tesla was a vessel for a trapped soul, a presence that was reaching out to me from a dimension beyond my understanding. With a newfound determination, I embarked on a quest to uncover the truth. I delved into research, poring over articles and forums, searching for any mention of similar experiences with Tesla vehicles. To my astonishment, I stumbled upon a handful of accounts, others who had reported whispers, voices, and unexplainable phenomena within their own Teslas. One individual recounted a similar experience, describing the sensation of being watched, of whispers that seemed to come from nowhere. Another spoke of inexplicable changes in the car's behavior, as if it had a mind of its own. The more I read, the more I realized that I wasn't alone in my unsettling encounter. Fueled by a desire to understand and help the voice that had reached out to me, I reached out to a parapsychologist, Dr. Olivia Kane, who specialized in the study of anomalous phenomena. Dr. Kane listened intently as I shared my story, her expression a mix of curiosity and concern. It's not unheard of for objects, especially those with advanced technology, to become conduits for energies beyond our understanding, she explained. Your Tesla may have inadvertently tapped into a realm that exists beyond our normal perception. Dr. Kane suggested conducting an experiment, a controlled session in which we would attempt to communicate with the presence that seemed to reside within the Tesla. With a mix of excitement and trepidation, we set up the session in a secluded location, far from any potential interference. As we sat in the car, the air thick with anticipation, Dr. Kane instructed me to focus my thoughts and reach out to the voice that had been whispering to me. With closed eyes, I did as she said, my mind a whirlwind of emotions and questions. And then, just as before, the whispers began, soft, static-filled, and indistinct. Dr. Kane encouraged me to speak, to ask questions, and as I did, the whispers grew stronger, as if in response. It was a surreal experience, a dialogue between the earthly and the otherworldly. "Who are you?" I asked, my voice trembling. The whispers coalesced into a single voice, the same haunting tone that had reached out to me before. "Lost?" it replied, the word laden with sorrow. "Lost? What do you mean?" The voice grew fainter, the connection weakening. "Trapped. Help." And then, as quickly as it had begun, the session ended. The car fell silent, the whispers fading into the ether. I sat there, my heart pounding, the weight of the encounter sinking in. Dr. Kane and I continued our research, determined to understand the nature of the presence that had reached out to me. It became apparent that the Tesla had become a vessel, a conduit for a soul that was trapped between dimensions, seeking a way to communicate and find release. With Dr. Kane's guidance, I embarked on a journey to uncover the history of my Tesla Model 3. It was during this investigation that I stumbled upon a tragic tale. The previous owner of the car had been involved in a fatal accident, his life cut short in a collision that had occurred on the very road I had driven that fateful night. The pieces of the puzzle began to fall into place. The whispers, the cries for help, the sense of being watched. It was all connected to the lingering presence of the car's previous owner, a soul that had become trapped within the vehicle itself. Determined to help the trapped soul find peace, Dr. Kane and I devised a plan. Through a series of sessions, we communicated with the presence, offering reassurance and guidance. Slowly, the whispers grew fainter, the connection weakening as the soul seemed to find solace in our interactions. Months passed, and the Tesla's eerie encounters became less frequent. The whispers faded, the voice growing distant until it was but a faint echo. It was as if the trapped soul had finally found a way to move on, to find release from its ethereal prison. As I sit in my Tesla Model 3 today, the memories of those chilling encounters still linger. The car that was once a source of pride and excitement had become a vessel for something beyond my understanding, a bridge to a realm that defied explanation. The true Tesla car horror story serves as a haunting reminder that even the most advanced technology can harbor mysteries that challenge our perception of reality and the boundaries of the unknown. And as I drive down the road, I can't help but wonder what other secrets the world of technology may hold, waiting to be unlocked by those who dare to delve into the enigmatic depths of the unseen.